Hi, welcome to a special episode of Beyond the Trailer, and I'm joined by Ben Lyons.
That makes it special?
Yes,
Really?
yes.
I thought this was a special episode,
Well,
no?
it's going to be super special
okay,
because
cool.
you're one of the elements.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Yes.
Many moving parts on
It's a
Beyond the
special
Trailer.
stew.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you.
Happy movie time at the box office.
I know. This is the most wonderful time of the year for us.
It really is. It's such a diverse slate of films this Christmas, don't you think?
I'm so excited.
A little bit of everything,
yeah,
I feel like.
it's it's an interesting time because Oscar movies are always so predictable, and I feel that we have, as you said, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, one of the things we've been doing here on Beyond the Trailer is we've been having an end-of-year poll where you guys have been voting for your top 10 films of the year. And Ben, I have to tell you, right now, the Avengers,
neck and neck in here.
Avengers and Dark Knight Rises.
Wow.
Neck and neck.
Both movies obviously inspired by the world of comics, both the sort of tentpole movies for DC and Marvel, but very different movies.
Oh, it's
in
crazy.
their tone, in the way they were shot, and what they're trying to achieve. Which one are you voting for?
I have to say The Avengers is my top film of the year.
Really?
2012.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm putting together my top 10 list, but The Avengers is at the top. How about
Tell
you?
me, well, I think my favorite film of the year, when it comes down to The Dark Knight and Avengers, I have to disagree with you there, Grace. I like The Dark Knight Rises a little more than The Avengers.
That's awesome. All right, we have an old school showdown going down. Okay, that's great. Okay, so are you of the group that feels why isn't The Dark Knight Rises nominated for any awards? Because of course The Dark Knight was infamously shut out.
Yeah, when you look at The Dark Knight, the second of Christopher Nolan's, Batman trilogy, that movie I think got 8 nominations, 7 in the technical categories, but didn't get a Best Director nomination,
Or
which
Best
was
Picture,
strange. Or
with
Best
10.
Right, which was with 10,
Yeah.
very strange, and it had all types of technical. Wally Pfister, Best Cinematographer,
Yeah.
all types of technical stuff. Obviously, Heath's performance that was nominated and won.
No-brainer.
And so I think this year, with the hype and the hoopla surrounding The Dark Knight Rises, everyone was kind of expecting it to get over the hump, and it could really never live up to The Dark Knight because of Heath's performance. That performance is so memorable, so iconic.
And it was such a new idea the way Christopher Nolan handled the film.
Yeah, it handled the whole franchise.
Yeah.
And then you have a film like The Dark Knight Rises, which features a really underutilized Tom Hardy. Everybody knows what a beast of an actor he is, and he's literally muzzled in this. So I don't think he got a chance to really show his chops. But in terms of comparing it with the Avengers, I feel like The Avengers was so much fun, but it was very lighthearted. I wasn't obviously very emotionally moved by The Avengers.
Yeah, I think what the heart of this is I like what you said about The Avengers was too light, because I've been having this discussion a lot with people on YouTube lately, where I've been saying, Man of Steel, too dark, Star Trek, too dark. Okay, but I like the darkness in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Do you feel do you want to see that same darkness applied to other movies?
That's interesting you say that, and it's a trend now in these big event movies.
Yeah.
I mean, Star Trek is literally called Into Darkness, and you're seeing it with Man of Steel. And, The Avengers is a popcorn, big, comic, flashy adventure movie, and so it should be a little light. I think they got the tone of it right. That said, in terms of what I want as a more important movie-going experience, or more something that's going to have me change the way I look at the world a little bit, that's sort of my qualifications when this time of year we're putting together top 10 lists or saying if a film should be a Best Picture nomination. I like to put films on my list that change the way I look at movie making and change the way I look at the world.
See, that's why Avengers is on my list.
You change the way you look at the world now? Really?
I look in the sky really carefully. No, I feel it changed the way I feel about comic book movies, because I felt for the first time when I walked out of the Avengers, I felt, wow, Hollywood finally captured what it's like to read a comic book.
Yes, this is definitely the closest thing to capturing that experience of actually holding the comic
and
in your
making
hand.
it seem realistic. So often Hollywood has to cheap out and be like, well, we can't do that sequence.
Yeah.
Famously for Watchmen, they were like, well, we can't have a giant squid.
Right.
Yeah. Joss Whedon's
and then
I can.
With the Ang Lee version of the Hulk, he was trying too hard to make it look like a comic book with the odd framing and the pages and those.
I remember that. Yeah.
But I don't know. My buddy on the Cinefix network, Devin Faraci, said that The Dark Knight Rises is a big wet fart. It's not. It's obviously a movie made to entertain the entire world, and anytime you're making cinema that is a world experience, you're playing to different cultural tastes in film. And I think, once again, Christopher Nolan creates something that allows the audience to kind of, figure it out for themselves. And he trusts the audience to make certain conclusions about the characters, and he doesn't force feed them the popcorn moments of the movie.
Well, that's interesting, because I feel like, the Avengers is the beginning. All right, but The Dark Knight Rises is an end of a franchise for all intents and purposes. And I felt like not enough stuff was answered. I feel like there were too many things where I was like, but wait, I want to see more of that. I want to see more Catwoman. I love turning Wayne Manor into an orphanage. I thought that was so clever.
Yeah.
You know,
I almost like at the end, and again, I'm sure that everybody watching this has seen The Dark Knight Rises,
Yes.
so we can speak candidly
Yes.
about the ending. But I almost wish it just was a shot of Michael Caine in the cafe, and it didn't go back to Bruce Wayne.
or maybe he sees something and you don't know what
You
it is.
see his facial expression, and he kind of smirks, and that leaves the ending opening. I guess Christopher Nolan didn't want to, be typecast as the guy who has those,
with Inception?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those endings that are kind of up in the air. But I thought it was a little, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't
But
really care
also
for
the
that.
other thing is that who wouldn't notice Bruce Wayne? You know, they'd be like, oh, don't we know that guy over there?
You know, I'm obviously excited to see more from the Avengers. Like you said, it's a beginning, so I think it'll be interesting to see now how Iron Man 3 and the new Captain America fit into the lineage. Like, will they acknowledge the fact that there was an Avengers movie in that, or will they
Yeah.
ignore that and kind of
Yeah.
have those movies stand on their own?
I think it's going to be a mix. It's going to be interesting. I think that to tie the movies together so intensely is exciting, but risky.
It's very risky because
Yeah.
then you have egregious errors like leaving out Don Cheadle, who's at the golf course. He's not even in the movie. Where is Don?
I know. As everyone talks about Spider-Man, the Marvel's so spread out over, at least DC has their stuff locked down. It's going to be interesting. So while we wrap up here, I want to ask you something. You're bi-coastal.
I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. He works in LA.
Grew up in New York. Live in LA. Yeah.
So I think that's something a lot of New Yorkers in LA, Los Angelinos like to talk about is where is it better to go to the movies?
That's a great question, actually. I like some of the quirky movie theaters that still exist in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I saw Les Mis at the Arrow in Santa Monica.
Wow.
I love the Ziegfeld here in New York. It's probably my
It's in
favorite
danger
movie
of going out
theater.
of business, I think.
I heard that,
Yeah,
which is
I'm scared.
unfortunate. That's a great theater on 54th Street
Yeah.
in New York. There's something special though about going to the movies in LA because that's where the movies get made.
Yeah.
That's where
You have reserved seating.
You got reserved seating.
I'm very
If you get
jealous
stuck in
about.
traffic, you can get your seat
Yeah.
later. I used to love going to the movie theaters at like the weird theaters in Times Square and stuff.
Yeah.
But now there are no great movie houses here in New York like
It's
there
all
used to be.
multiplex.
It's all
Yeah.
multiplex. I love the Egyptian theater. The Grauman's Chinese Theater in Los Angeles is that's where I saw Life of Pi this year.
Wow. And you have the El Capitan.
The El
Disney's
Capitan, Disney
yeah.
with the organist,
Wow.
There's that old theater in Silver Lake where like sunset kind of turns on Vermont. I like that movie theater. They're just old, quirky kind of movie theaters that still exist in LA that I don't think they have here in New York as much. So I have to go to
That's
LA.
because you guys need them for the premieres.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
You're
right.
keeping them open.
Real high class problems. We like to need them for the premieres,
Well, I think that's what's keeping the Ziegfeld open. We look
Figure it
forward
out.
to seeing your top 10.
Thank you. Yeah, you can check it out on Screen Addict, on the Cinefix Network, right here on the good old YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm loving the YouTube.
Oh, great.
It's a lot of fun.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nice to have you.
So thank you for having me on Beyond the Trailer.
Great. See you around.
Bye guys.